Hello, kia ora, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us for our weekend weather update and the outlook across next week, recorded on Friday the 8th of November. Well, it's pretty hot at the moment in some parts of the country, especially the eastern side. We've got hotter weather coming through as we go through into Saturday. As you look at this animated wind map, high pressure parked out to the east, that is dragging down this subtropical airflow and bringing it in as a windy nor'wester. Nor'westers are warm enough on their own, but you add that subtropical warmth into it, and that pushes the temperatures up here in the east, especially in these areas in orange, where later on Friday and again on Saturday, you could be seeing temperatures up to 30 degrees. But it's all ahead of a cooler change coming through Sunday and Monday because, of course, we're still in spring. So let's make more sense of that. This is the temperature map going through to 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, the maximum temperatures at 1 o'clock. You see here in the east, these areas in orange, up around that 24, 27, maybe 30 degree mark, depending on cloud cover and conditions as we go through the afternoon. Cooler weather in the west here, but let's animate the rest of the weekend and see that it melts away as we go through into Sunday, and temperatures are down even in the north on Sunday because of those nor'westers easing back. And the final image we show you here is in the very early hours of Tuesday morning, just past midnight. This area here, down towards freezing. So we have got a significant colder change coming through this weekend. It's not a big dramatic cold front, it's just you're going to feel those temperatures drop, especially in the South Island. But everyone, by the time we get to about Tuesday, will be feeling that cooler airflow around the country because we've even got a bit of snow coming in. This is on Monday morning, basically around about the time the sun's rising, we'll be seeing a bit of snow here. Now the pale blue means it's just a dusting of snow, but a couple of the mountain tops may see some heavier falls, and it's just a bit of an indicator that we've got colder weather coming through after the heat of this weekend. So let me make more sense of all of that. Here we are at lunchtime on Saturday, the main high out here to the east, dragging down that warm, windy weather, and that's why eastern parts from about Christchurch northwards will feel that warmer weather. But in the lower half of the South Island, you can see there's a cooler southerly change coming through. That will spread northwards as we go through the day, and by night time and waking up on Sunday morning, the South Island will be in a cooler place. Here is 4 o'clock on Sunday. We've gone with a slightly later time because it shows these showers into the afternoon a little clearer. So they'll be drifting off the Tasman, and once they come inland with light winds, could see some afternoon thunderstorms or downpours inland. There are 3 high pressure systems here, 1, 2, and another one here. They all have anticyclonic winds going around the centre, so that produces different airflows in different parts of the country. A bit of convergence here between the 2 systems where the sort of winds meet and the clouds bubble up a wee bit. Mostly dry though around the South Island. So let's recap that. Here is the weekend rainfall thanks to Predict Wind. This is how it looks at the time we're recording this, about 11 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Let's now animate the weekend, and you can see that heavy rain here moves up the west coast slowly on Saturday, but by the time we go into Sunday, that front just falls apart as it goes into the North Island. Yes, a few showers may bubble up in towards Monday or even Sunday afternoon and Monday, but this map here, final one, is for 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and you're just seeing a few showers here, pretty light conditions, and a little bit of rain returning to Fiordland. Otherwise, most places aren't looking too wet, and of course, there'll be a few snow flurries on the mountains. Here is 1 p.m. Monday, so those are the leftover showers that we just talked about in the north here, possibly heavy into the afternoon, light winds, and a bit of convergence here. Once again, the anticyclonic wind going around that high merges with the anticyclonic wind going around that high, and they meet right over the top of the North Island. That can produce a few afternoon downpours or even thunderstorms. Sorry, Southland, along with that snow on the mountains, don't worry, no snow for you at any low levels, but you see that southerly coming in and more showers. Unfortunately, I know you're so tired of the wet weather in Southland. A few more showers coming in through for you. Dry for most other places. Dry on Tuesday for most other places. Those high pressure systems merging here, and so there's still a wee bit of convergence in the middle. That's why you see a little line of showers there. Some of those could be heavy, mostly out at sea, but it does brush places like Northland and Coromandel Peninsula, maybe Auckland. Dry and settled almost everywhere else. Stays that way into Wednesday. Again, the later time frame, 4 p.m, because we wanted to show you the risk of these afternoon thunderstorms that might form along the eastern side of the North Island and maybe around South Waikato as well. We've also got our new high all sort of merged into one over the top of the Chatham Islands. That's slowly moving eastwards, allowing this low to deepen further. And so by Thursday, a couple of low pressure zones, this map may still change. It may still form into just one system, or these two might separate out. Worth just keeping an eye on. But what you see is as this big high slowly tracks to the east, warm weather coming down, so it's not cold at the end of next week, but you can see this front coming through. So by Thursday night and Friday morning, we expect that front to cross over New Zealand, and we're back to windier weather after the high pressure zones bring in a much calmer week ahead. 7-day rainfall, well, because it is mostly westerly driven, that's why you're seeing over there up to 200 millimetres or more in that orange shading. So certainly some heavy west coast rain, but most other places, if you're in the pink or the purples, that's at the bottom of the scale. So not much coming in here for these eastern areas. You might get a few of those heavy isolated showers, depending on which way they end up drifting on the day, but that's pretty much the only relief for those eastern areas. That is all from me. Have yourselves a great weekend. Look forward to seeing you again on Monday.